So, hi guys, it's Hey You Love Yourself. Just coming from my bathroom, and I'm here to do a quick blending tutorial with kinky curly hair. Specifically, it's drying, but specifically with the Onyc kinky curly Mongolian hair. Just a quick overview. I've had this hair for 3 years. The very back, and I mean like very back, is some hair from AliExpress. It used to blend perfectly. Now it's kind of, because it's not as good as Onyc, it's kind of stretched out. I boiled it and it helped a little, but I mean it's just not as good as Onyc. But I did it for a little more fullness in the back. But I'll do a review on my Onyc kinky curly hair later. But 3 years old, still looks great, can't complain. So this wig is handmade by me. It's the same wig I made 3 years ago. I never had to remake it. I would touch it up sometimes. Here's clips, and that's how I plan on installing it. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in here so it can dry. My mom doesn't like hair dripping all over the house. She gets crazy. Okay, so here's my braid pattern. It's nothing fancy. I braid it all straight back, cornrow across. If you see anything right here, that's my alopecia. But other than that, my hair has been really healthy lately. And here's my leave out, including this little piece that when I realized I was braiding, I forgot to braid up in my leave out braid. So what you absolutely need for this is smooth and whole pudding. Keep in mind, I have a, as I say, 5D texture of hair. I don't have any curls or coil. I mean, it doesn't have any, I can never wash and go, basically. I don't have a real curl pattern at all. So I have to blend. So if you have my hair texture 4B or higher, you'll want to use this. These Perm Rods, they're 99¢ at my local beauty spot store. If you live in Georgia, I live in the Atlanta area there. Beauty spot stores are everywhere. Atlanta's a hair capital. And a comb, a parting comb, and a wide tooth comb, and a rat tail comb. This is optional. This is organic, unrefined coconut oil. And it's just, I can put just a little bit. A little of this stuff goes a long way. Just a little bit so I can have a nice moisture to my hair. So, okay, so I realized that the first part of this video, most of it was out of frame. So I'm going to just go back over some parts you may have missed because my frame cut off. So what I did was, first things first, I parted my hair down the middle first and then into smaller subsections, starting with my left, starting with this side first, and then I went to this side. And all I did was 2-strand twist with the olive oil smooth and whole pudding, and then at the end of each twist, I would twist it and wrap my hand, my finger around each twist and hold it to get that nice coil. So if you're natural and you've 2-strand twist before, you know how to 2-strand twist. Some of them were in frames, some of them weren't. So I'll just chop and edit all that good stuff. But just 2-strand twists. So like I said earlier, I don't have a nice wash and go curl pattern, so this is necessary. Now you could stop here if you want and it will come out just fine, and you would just want to wait anywhere between 15 minutes to a few hours for it to dry, just depending on how tight you want your coils. But to match it perfectly, at the beginning of the video that wasn't framed, I showed you guys these Perm Rods. You know, they're just the basic pull and snap, womp womp womp. So as you can see, my twists are kind of long, which is good. Now the looser is not a word. The more loose you want, or is it a word? Look, it didn't sound right. If you want your curls more loose, as far as you don't want them too tight, you don't want to let this dry all the way, and you don't want to leave these in for hours, because sometimes it'll be so, once the smooth and whole pudding dries, it'll be so tight and coily. The curls from the kinky curly hair will be kind of stretched out and spiral, and then your real hair, because it dried, will be so coily that it'll be short. You'll have to keep trying to stretch it, and then by the time you try to stretch it, you may lose that pattern. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to go ahead and take my long piece here that stops at my nose, And I'm going to show you guys how I put it on. So you want to make sure you wrap those ends really good. You want to really, and you want to kind of overlap the end a little bit just so it stays. And you don't want to do it too tight, as in you don't want, the coil to be so close together. So you kind of want to, there we go, space them out a little bit so you get that elongated kinky curl. So take up as much space on the rod as need be. Hopefully you can see through my hands here. And you just want to pop them in. Now this is really quick. I know this video seems long, but it's because I'm recording it and giving you directions. But this is really quick. You can do this in like 7 minutes. So you're just going to repeat the same process. Just wrap, overlap. Like I said, you want to stretch them out just a little. And this isn't necessary, but this will help match that kinky curly texture just a lot better. You can sit overnight. You can do this before you go to bed every night. Or if you have a couple of hours while you're getting ready and putting on your makeup, all that jazz. Like I said, the drier and longer you keep it on, the shorter your coils will be. Okay, so I've done all of them except these two in the front. And the reason why I didn't do these two in the front, because I find when I put the rods on them, they get really short because they're the shorter pieces. So the coil gets too tight, and it's like you have these long, smooth, elongated curls, and then these two short little coils. So I usually just leave those alone. And I just like to, maybe spruce up the ends by twisting them a little bit. But this is it. This is all you have to do. You just do your two-strand twist. It doesn't require any heat. You can moisturize it with your oils, whatever your choice is. So later on, I'm going to come back and put the wig on and show you how it all comes together.